Hello, my name is Julio Diaz. Welcome to Guitar Memories. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce you an amazing female guitarist, Maddie Fritz.
Hi.
How's it going, Maddie?
I'm going good. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, thank you, Maddie, for accepting this invitation to Guitar Memories and share your story with the world.
Yeah,
Well, can you talk a little bit about yourself, please?
sure. So I'm Maddie Fritz. I'm a guitarist based here in DFW, born and raised. I started playing guitar at around like age 14. Started off, taking lessons from another girl who went to my school. And then I really started getting into it about like 2017. Started taking like lessons at Guitar Center and everything. Shout out to my dad, Randy, who would drive me every Saturday to guitar lessons. And that's kind of how I got started playing. My biggest like inspirations from that time was definitely like classic rock. When I heard Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, that was kind of like the song that was like, I want to play guitar. Brian May is such an amazing guitarist, and especially like his iconic tone. I feel like when you hear a Queen song, it's Brian May. Sure. And especially like Led Zeppelin was probably, they definitely were my favorite band kind of in that era. So Jimmy Page was like a major inspiration. And I think like Stairway to Heaven was like one of the first like solos that it was the first song I learned like all the way through. Oh, cool. And Achilles' Last Stand and everything like that. So I got started in the classic rock kind of realm. I got asked to join Dallas Cooper, which is the local Alice Cooper tribute band. So that has been really great. We haven't played a lot of shows recently, but we put on the whole production in terms of the props and the guillotine. So yes, we have a guillotine and everything. And now I'm mainly working with the David Bowie tribute. Thin White Dukes were named after like one of his personas was called like the Thin White Duke. And we play locally, also some like out of state gigs, playing all eras of David Bowie. So that's been great to learn Mick Ronson songs or like Stevie Ray Vaughan parts and stuff. And my main kind of project now, though, in terms of original music, is called Bedlam Bats, and that's definitely kind of a dark wave, dark synth, post-punk type band. And we kind of share duties in terms of doing a little bit of all the instruments. We both sing in it. Mario Tremaine, he does like a lot of the production. And we kind of share in like playing guitar, playing bass, and doing like a little bit of everything. So now I'm here. So that's kind of like my backstory so far with everything, a little overview.
Cool,
so, yeah.
Cool, Maddie. Thank you so much about that. Well, back to the beginning.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. I went through a lot.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, you said you listened Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, that was like
a masterpiece.
Actually, it was let's see, 11 years ago from yesterday to the day. I remember it was April 2nd. That was like the day I heard Bohemian Rhapsody. Because it was Easter weekend, so I remember that. Like, it was like honestly like a switch that changed. Because until then, I was mostly just listening to, like, pop music. And, like, that song.
Life message.
Yeah, I know. I was, like, just thinking about that. So it was, like, 11 years ago.
Well, because you are really young, well, Bohemian Rhapsody, it's an old masterpiece. For me, I'm 40, and but you are younger than me. And how because your parents or your...
Yeah, I like found it on a YouTube video actually.
Oh, really?
It was like one of those like React channels, and it was like I think it was either like Kids React to Bohemian Rhapsody, or they were reading the lyrics. And I was like, I feel like I've heard that before. And I think it was the Muppet version that I had like briefly heard years ago. So then I went and I looked up the music video, and I was like, this is like absolutely amazing. Freddie Mercury, Roger Taylor, like everyone was just, it was like, this is such an amazing song. So then I went to my dad and I was like, do you happen to have like a CD of this? Or he has like a bunch of songs downloaded onto his computer too from like his whole CD collection. And then he ended up putting like almost all of Queen's greatest hits on my phone.
Yeah.
And for like a couple months straight, all I listened to was Queen. You know, like Don't Stop Me Now and Killer Queen and everything. That's just what I listened to. And then after that, I just was like, maybe I should listen to more classic rock. So then I got into Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and Nirvana too. I was like kind of obsessed with them as a teenager too. So that's kind of my journey with rock music, because I didn't always listen to rock music. I wasn't like some rocker baby or anything. Like my dad's always like classic rock, but I just was more on the pop side. And I still love pop music, but definitely during like middle school and high school, I was like the classic rock girl. So yeah.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. Well, you listen all the album, right?
Yeah.
And you said, okay, I want to play that song.
Yeah.
How was your process?
So I think then it was, how am I going to learn? I'm kind of a person that I would watch like YouTube videos, but I need someone to kind of like show me in person, you know? I'm just like a hands-on learner. And I remember me and my dad went to like the pawn shop down the street and got like an $100 like acoustic guitar that I never got set up, and the action was probably like a foot high or something. And like I would just try to like watch YouTube videos, but like I remember like crying because I couldn't even figure out how to get like a G chord down or anything. So I think having like lessons, or at least someone show me how to play guitar, was like kind of the biggest step there. Because once I figured out like I wanted to be a musician, it was like, just how am I going to do that? Which is where like a girl who goes to my school, she plays a lot of acoustic guitar. It was more like kind of singer-songwriter, but she showed me all the chords, and that really helped me, you know, have a hands-on learning experience and really solidify like, yes, I want to be playing guitar. So I think like one of the first songs I learned was Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. Yeah. So yeah, just learning the basics. And then once I learned the basics, I really knew that, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. And just like watching like all my favorite rock stars like on YouTube, Brian May and Jimmy Page and everyone, and even like Kurt Cobain. Like I was like, you know, I loved like a lot of different decades of rock music too.
Yeah, it's really funny, for me, or maybe some subscribers, because you said, oh, I listened the very first time with YouTube. And for me, YouTube, it's really brand new, right? Because I listen Queen or Metallica or whatever by the radio, right?
Yeah.
And with friends, and sharing some cassettes or CDs, right? And that you are the very first person that said, okay, I listen on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube, okay. Yeah. It's really cool. Yeah. Really, but the time is passing, right?
And now it's going back to vinyl and everything.
And you said right now, okay, I will listen all the discography for Queen. Yeah. Yeah, and okay. And you can research and listen everything. Yeah. I remember, to get all the discography are really tough, and no, never. Yeah. Never I will listen. And we get internet and download. Yep.
Napster.
But you really don't know where the song's name. Yeah. Yeah, and that song, I don't know. Queen. Yeah. Yep. And show a lot of songs, and okay, download this one. Download it. Yep. And try to do something like that. Yeah. But right now you said, okay, or text the lyric, and Google show you what is the song.
And the whole history of the band too, you know?
Yeah. Well, Maddie, your next step when you said, okay, I want to play electric guitar. Do you remember what kind of guitar was?
Yes. So it was like, I started on acoustic, and even when I started like lessons at Guitar Center, I was still playing acoustic, because I think in my head I was like, oh, you have to start on acoustic and then move to electric. But honestly, I just wanted to be playing electric the whole time. So my first electric guitar was one of the like Epiphone kind of packs where it has like the guitar and like the tiny little amp and everything. So I don't really know like the model technically, but it was just like one of those like all around packs and stuff. So then I got really started on that and learning everything. And I think like taking like the lessons too in person kind of helped me be motivated to be on like a schedule. Like I'm kind of a person that if I'm off schedule, I can just like get distracted, you know? So I think like having that kind of guidance and like hands-on learning really helped me start excelling just because I'm just that kind of learner, you know? If someone can like sit down and show me, then like I really actually absorb the information. So.
Yeah, getting focus and I need something like that. But I try to get still practicing the guitar. But sometimes the phone, the TV, PlayStation, you know, all different kind of stuff. And okay, no, I need to be focused. Yeah. Right? But I remember when I started to play guitar, it was the same. I need somebody show me. Yeah. I get some classes, and after that, I don't have a lot of money for classes. But a friend, he has a lot of classes, and he showed me, hey, this is my book. Yeah. Study. Yeah. Okay. And I played with him, next to him, and okay, you are doing this bad. Try to do something like this and tempo. You know, all that kind of help with somebody else. Somebody knows something else. Like you. Yeah, like to have like even like one of your like friends helping you out, you know. I think that can really help to like play off of them. I don't really come from a musical family, so it's kind of like I think that was kind of like my outlet in terms of having like a teacher there to help me and everything. And then of course, you know, using the YouTube like song lessons when I can, Marty Guitar and everyone, you know. So, but I think that really did help to keep me motivated because there is like so many distractions it seems, and like I mean technology is great, but it's just it can be like a major distraction, and I'll be honest, like sometimes I do struggle with that. Especially like when you feel like you have so much to do, like I need to be learning this, practicing, you know, every aspect of my playing, and then it just gets to be so much where it's like I don't even know where to start sometimes. And I still struggle with that, you know. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, thank you, Maddie. Yeah. Well, do you remember when you said, okay, I have enough skills to play with somebody else. I want to join a band. Yeah. See, actually, it was kind of like I got asked to join the band. So let me kind of backtrack a little bit. So I, let's see, and in like 2018, I began following this like Led Zeppelin tribute band called Swan Song, like a local Led Zeppelin tribute band. And I asked them if I could like go on stage and guest like just play one song with them. So I played Bring It On Home from Led Zeppelin 2. Was like the first song I ever guested like on stage with them and everything in 2018. Yeah, that was like September of 2018. And then for about a year, I would like get up and play like a different Led Zeppelin song with them. Like I think I did Houses of the Holy, Kashmir, Over the Hills and Far Away. And through Swan Song, their drummer is Terry Ranson, and he asked me if I would want to join the Alice Cooper tribute band. So because they were looking for a female guitarist to kind of emulate Nita Strauss. Now I was no way was I like on her level at all. Like I was still very like stiff and a little like choppy. I mean, but I was playing on stage at that point, and pretty much the only time I had played live was with Swan Song on stage. And maybe like once at like a school talent show. So I was still like extremely new to performing, but they kind of, in a way they like took a chance on me, you know, and they brought me into the group along with Craig Zerba, who was also Swan Song's guitarist. So it was nice to join with him because we were both new, but we both like knew each other. So we learned all like the different like harmony parts that Alice Cooper, especially like
early Alice Cooper band parts, there's a lot of like guitar harmonies. And so it was nice to have like a more experienced guitarist in there with me, both learning the parts, both kind of new, but still had like someone to play off of too. So that's how I joined my first band, was more of like I was asked to join, so it all worked out though. So yeah, that's how that came about.
Cool. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start for the big door. Yeah. A tribute band call you, and that's really cool because, and you get a lot of experience on the stage, right?
Definitely.
And with another musicians, they know what they are doing, right? And that's a really good experience. How long are you playing on that tribute? And
let's see. I'm trying to like calculate all the years. Let me think. 7 years about, or 6 or 7 like years. But right now, we're kind of like on a hiatus in terms of, we're not like broken up. Just Dallas Cooper hasn't really played like a lot of shows lately. We mostly get shows during Halloween, you know, with Alice. But we're hoping to kind of start playing shows here and there. I know Alice kind of gets lumped in with like all the horror and like creepiness, but I feel like especially like the early 70s when it was like the Alice Cooper band, they lean a lot on kind of like, you know, that glam rock, which is like one of my favorite subgenres of rock. So it would be nice to kind of even do like more casual shows where necessarily we don't have like all the props and all the babies and the guillotine and everything.
Yeah.
But because Alice Cooper's music has just been, that was honestly such a great like catalog to start learning, because just like some of like the weird and like crazy parts, especially from albums like Killer or Love It to Death, it was just great to learn that and also be able to play like with another guitarist, like I was saying, especially for a first band. So yeah.
Well, Maddie, can we talk about your guitar right now?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, Maddie, what guitar do you have for us over here on Guitar Memories?
Yes, so this is the Firebird, of course. This, I share a lot of gear with Mario, actually. We're pretty much like in all the same bands, so it's honestly nice because he has such a great selection for me to choose from. But I remember I was with him when he got this at the Tone Shop. I don't know. Sorry. I was with him when he got this at the Tone Shop in Dallas. And one of our big inspirations is definitely Phil Manzanera from Roxy Music, too. I started listening to a lot of Roxy in college. I think I went through a major, like, art rock kind of phase, like a lot of Roxy and Lou Reed and Iggy Pop and everything. So that was kind of probably the biggest factor in getting this guitar and everything. And I think just with Firebirds, like, the body and the build of it is just so unique. And it's such, like, a gorgeous, like, candy apple red and everything.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it can be kind of wonky, though, in terms of playing it. But I think it's worth it. It's just such a beautiful guitar. So.
Well, can we listen?
Sure. I got to think about what to play. So I can do some Alice Cooper, since we were talking about Alice Cooper. So, like... I'm a little rusty. I've not played Alice in a while.
No, it's really, really cool.
Thank you. Maybe we could cut it after, before I go to the A chord.
Yeah. Well, Maddie, during your experience on the tribute band, because you said the drummer
oh, yeah, Terry,
ask you about, okay, you look, or we want to look, you're the guitarist like Nito Strauss, right? What is the experience doing recreating the tones for the different kind of guitarists? Because David Bowie, he has different guitarists during. I remember Carlos Alomar.
Oh, I love Carlos Alomar.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
I love him.
So amazing. Yes.
And he produced one of my favorite albums ever with Latin American band. And but when you are on the stage, you need to switch different kind of situation. How is this process?
Yes, Line 6 Helix. That's been like my best friend. Honestly, I wish I could say like I was like a big like gear person, and like I do love like picking out like new gear, but in terms of like pedals, it would cost me like a fortune if I was going to try to you know, sound like every single one of David Bowie's Guitarist or every single guitarist for Alice Cooper and everything, which is why I got the Line 6 Helix, so I could just customize literally everything. And honestly, I really don't hear that much of a difference between the digital and analog effects. I do use some external pedals, especially with the Bowie stuff. I have the Mick Ronson Crybaby wah pedal, because like his signature sound was like having that like cocked wah, you know? And I kind of love getting to emulate that. And also like the pedal just looks cool. It like has his name written on the wah and everything. And I know that might be kind of a silly reason to like that, but I do like to have like kind of external pedals within my Helix setup. But I basically just go like direct out of like a head rush speaker and everything. So I'm pretty much all digital. And I think with playing in tribute bands, especially when you have, you know, someone like Bowie, who you have to play Mick Ronson one song, and then the next song is like Stevie Ray Vaughan or Carlos Alomar or Earl Slick. It's just there's so many different sounds and so many different effects and tones for each of the different guitarists. So that's kind of been like the biggest lifesaver, even with the Alice Cooper stuff, because we do try to emulate Alice's kind of live shows from about the 2010s era with Nita Strauss and everything. But I also do love emulating his early 70s sound with Glenn Buxton and Michael Bruce, their tones on guitar and everything. So I love getting to have that versatility with the Helix and just really get to customize everything to my liking and make it easy to switch in between songs. Every single song has its own preset, so
cool.
It's really easy for me, and I get to customize the colors and everything. But yeah, that's definitely been a lifesaver. So
cool. And well, you have your own project, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if you get some gigs with your own project.
So we just started out, like our first single released like a week from today. It's been out 1 week. So we really wanted to release a few songs first before focusing on the live performance, just because we wanted to have like to build up our original material first. So once we get about an EP's length worth of material released on streaming and everything, we're going to be definitely focusing on live shows. So we're hoping by the end of the year, we already have our second single lined up. So we're setting like ourselves a deadline for that to be out sometime summer of this year. We're hoping by June. We're almost done with it. We just have to re-record some vocals. And we also have like a remix version hopefully coming out of our song Flatline was the single that was released last Friday. Oh, cool. So we have like some great songs coming out. But I think we just wanted to focus on the recording aspect of it because with the, we were in like a previous like post-punk band called Sevit, which played a lot locally, but I feel like we were like a little bit slower getting out music for whatever reason, whether that be like just being perfectionist about the mix and everything. And we did a lot of live shows, but I feel like with this project, we're wanting to focus on strategic releases, like very strategic releases, and then making the live shows like promote the releases as well. But we're definitely looking forward to doing like Texas tours, and like I love playing in like San Antonio, has like such an amazing goth scene. Like every time we played there, like we always had like such an amazing crowd. Or even Austin, Houston, or like Oklahoma City, you know, kind of general like cities around DFW. Yeah. And by around, I mean like 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours away. That's like close in my opinion.
Well, I just ask you because, well, the tribute bands, they have a lot public, right? A lot of people on the gigs, right? Yes. But when the music is original, the original projects, the people are not really interesting. Yeah? Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think definitely like finding your right crowd has been the key in terms of like live shows for our original projects. Like our last band, Sevit, we were big in terms of appealing to the goth kind of scene in DFW. And we got like some really good like receptions and built up like a pretty good like fan base with it and everything. And people who started out as like fans of the music and just coming to shows became like really good friends and everything. So that's kind of the biggest part, is just trying to not even necessarily build up only a fan base, but like just meet friends and like be in the scene, you know, I think has been the biggest, what would you call it? Like the biggest, let me think for a second. Has been the biggest way we've pushed out our music to the local scene. And I know even in my business school, they always say, like, find your niche. So we that's kind of like the genre and, like, the crowd that we've been appealing to. Although we hope, like, with this project that it wouldn't be solely, like, just a goth band. Because there are so many, like, newer dark wave and goth bands. And we kind of just want to take all of our different inspirations and put it into that voicing. You know, we want to take like a little bit of Bowie, a little bit of Alice, a little bit of everyone who we're inspired by and put that into the Bedlam Bats. So we're hoping to still keep like guitars always within the mix, like not just solely synth. We want it to be like synth pop, but kind of dark, but kind of rock. Like we're still trying to find like our exact sound, but we don't want it to just be like another like dark wave project, you know?
Yeah, it's music for get images in your brain. Yeah. It's really chill. Well, it's when I listen, I really came back in the time. And, oh wow. Yeah. That sounds original, but I remember the early 80s or late 70s. Yeah, post grunge. Something, The Cure, the Pitch Mode.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the Smiths.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And I ask you that because you have all the knowledge with tribute to put on your new project.
Definitely,
right? Yeah, and you can share, and you know how to share your music. And that's my next question.
Yes.
I know you are in the music business, not just like a performer, like a guitarist. You study something about music business. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I've gone back to get my MBA in music business. I'm learning through University of North Texas. That's where I got my undergrad in entrepreneurship. But after my day job at the time was doing just marketing in like more of a corporate setting, but I really wanted to be more in the music realm of things. I know it can be hard to just be a musician as your main line of work. It's definitely possible, but I also wanted to be able to delve into the business side of things to help my own band too, but also be able to assist with other people, whether that be running marketing with an artist or working with a label. doing helping with marketing or business with a venue. That's kind of why I went back to school for music business, is because I had experience doing marketing, had experience more in like the corporate world, but I really wanted to be doing something with music specifically. And it's also really helped like with the new project, having that outlook, learning even more about marketing, copyright, everything has been like a real eye-opener. And in terms of deciding how we want to build that fan base, especially like with social media, we've definitely been trying to make more content. It can still be hard to, you know, find time to film and everything. But even myself, I've been wanting to, my goal this year has been to create more content, whether if it is music-based, you know, me playing guitar or anything, or if it is more, I guess, creative-based, or, let's see, how would I say this? Or if it's just making videos in general. Like last night I just posted a video of me like trying on like a lipstick that they made in the 70s and they still make now, because I'm really big into like vintage fashion and everything too. Just to kind of expand who might find my page more naturally, I guess. Because sometimes I feel like when you're just like, stream my song, like people like zone out if they think it's too advertising or too marketing wise. So I think having content that is more organic, people will find you, and if they like your personality or the videos they make, then they might go and listen to your song. So I think trying to build up your image, not just as a musician, but like as, I guess, a content creator or a internet personality, I think that is a good organic way to get people listening.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Maddie. Well, I have some tough questions.
Okay.
For you.
Yeah, bring it.
Well, what is your favorite album?
My favorite. Okay, yeah, that is tough. I mean, I guess I gotta say something Bowie, right? No, I don't have to, but I will. Because I feel like Bowie's been the biggest consistent influence. Like, I know I talked a lot about, like, Led Zeppelin, and, like, I did listen to them, like, a lot in high school. And I don't listen to them, like, as much anymore. Not that I dislike them. But I think the one musician who's been very consistent in terms of I started listening to them, you know, in middle school and still listening now is definitely David Bowie. Not even just because I'm in the tribute band, but he's just always been, like, such a big influence on my listening tastes and, like, now my original music. So my favorite Bowie album literally changes, like, every other week. But for a long time, I would say Low. But then I kind of pivoted more towards, like, Heroes. I really loved, like, Beauty and the Beast or Blackout. Like, there's just so many amazing songs on that album. And, of course, like, the Brian Eno production. Like, I'm a huge Roxy Music, Brian Eno, Brian Ferry fan. But I still love, like, his glam rock period, like, glam rock. Goth rock and glam rock are, like, my two loves. And I feel like some people don't think they're, like, as compatible because one's very, like, dark and, like, gloomy, and the other one's really glittery and colorful. But I really do love both genres. And, like, an album like Aladdin Sane, which we just played the whole album in January at Granada. And I got to learn, like, all the Mick Ronson parts for that. Like, the song Time is just such, like, that guitar solo is such an amazing performance by Ronson. And it's, in a way, it's, like, almost Baroque, you know? It's just, his style is just so diverse. And I feel like Mick Ronson actually sometimes doesn't get his flowers in terms of, especially when Bowie was starting out. I think Ronson really helped him find his rock sound. Beforehand, Bowie was more on, like, the folky kind of side and playing his acoustic guitar and everything. Yeah. But I feel like with the Man Who Sold the World album, Ronson really helped Bowie get that rock sound, which eventually led into Hunky Dory and Ziggy and everything. So I don't even know if that answered the question, but I talked about, like, 5 different albums. Yeah,
for sure.
But, yeah, honestly, it changes, but probably Bowie.
Cool. Thank you so much, Maddie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's a really tough question because we have different moments in our lives.
Yeah. Actually, I could contradict myself and say Transformer by Lou Reed as well. That album, I mean, it's produced by Bowie and Ronson, so it's kind of adjacent, but that album, especially in college, kind of, I think it solidified everything because it's a little bit, it's rock, it's like arty, it's a little bit of everything, so that also could be in there. Cool. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but...
It's really cool. You express yourself,
right?
And what album do you recommend for guitarists?
Oh, for guitarists.
You said on this album the job on guitars are really good and each guitarist need to listen. This is the way I feel I can change music with different people, with different guests, and for subscribers. And for me, for myself, because I listen some albums I never listened before, and oh wow, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I think since I keep talking about how amazing Mick Ronson is, I would recommend, honestly, Man Who Sold the World, because I think some of the solos on that album in particular are just his most creative and just, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's just, in terms of, like, a guitar playing style, like, he's not a shredder. I'm not a shredder either. Even though I got brought into, you know, Dallas Cooper to emulate Nita, she has been, like, an awesome influence, but in terms of my actual playing style has more developed, I would say, on the rhythmic side. I mean, I still love soloing as well, but an album like Man Who Sold the World really kind of shows off a different kind of soloing style. And songs like Width of a Circle or She Shook Me Cold in particular, it's a mix between like the glam, it was kind of before glam, and been like like a psychedelic kind of rock guitar. So I would recommend that for anyone who really hasn't delved into like Mick Ronson or David Bowie. Maybe they just only know like Space Oddity and Let's Dance, but I think the whole Man Who Sold the World album is just an amazing study in like Mick Ronson's kind of style, and currently he's probably the biggest like guitar influence over me. I've kind of been inspired by so many different guitarists, so but Mick Ronson has definitely been one of my biggest inspirations, whether I was in the tribute band or not. So it's been really amazing getting to learn his parts and everything. And especially I feel like it is a great study in tone, because he does have like that kind of cocked wah kind of tone going on, which is just like such a signature style. So that's what I would recommend to a guitarist to listen to.
Cool. Thank you so much, Maddie. Well, if the money, it's not a problem for you. What kind of guitar you will buy?
I'm like so not picky, so I would just say like any Gibson Les Paul. Like I'm playing like an Epiphone custom right now, which I've had like I think that was like the second electric guitar I got past the, you know, kit. But I kind of like don't have my eye set on any one particular guitar. I like to just, if I know I'm shopping, I like to just go into a guitar store and like if I find something that feels right, you know? So I guess call me an impulse buyer, but that's kind of how I got like my Fender Strat, was just I was looking for kind of a guitar that could get those cleaner type tones. Was looking for kind of a single coil pickup sound and everything, and then I found that at the Tone Shop too. We love the Tone Shop in Dallas, so that's kind of, I would say, like, to have the Gibson Les Paul, you know. If I would love, you know, like a 68 replica or something like that, you know. But it's just in terms of like color and everything like that, or like specific build, I like to be surprised, you know. I just want to walk into a store, like try out what I like, and if it feels right, then go for it. So I'm very open.
Some people said you don't choose the guitar.
It chooses
the guitar
you.
choose you. Yeah, so, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really try to connect. Well, maybe yes, but the very first time I saw my ES335, oh, I said, oh, I want this guitar.
Yeah.
And my brother gave it to me. And all my life I dreamed with Paul Reed Smith. And when I look at purple,
yeah,
I said, that's my guitar.
Yeah.
Fit with me.
Yeah.
And when I get my Les Pauls, I have a Epiphone Les Paul custom.
Yeah.
But it's really heavy.
Yeah.
It's really, really heavy. But the sound, how you feel, how you create music with that kind of guitars.
Yeah.
But I know on the stage I can play because are really heavy.
Yeah.
Right? And you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm hoping not to have back issues when I get a little older. But yeah, I mean, it can definitely take a toll. And like, I always practice like standing up with everything just to get in that mindset. So I'll be like standing for like, you know, if we have a big show coming up, like 3 hours a day and everything. So it's honestly not the best on my shoulders, but I haven't felt it yet, but I probably will be in a few years. So I think it is best to be mindful of that, or maybe befriend someone who gives really good shoulder massages. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you if you are discovering new music, a new band, you said, that band, it's really, really cool.
Yes. Yeah, there's been like so many like newer musicians I've been into. Like I really, of course, like I love rock music, goth music, but I also love like pop music too. So I guess in terms of rock, I've been loving Dagger Polyester. They're based out of Los Angeles, and I got to see their album release party, let's see, summer of 2025, and it was just such an amazing experience. It's like glam, but like new wave, and it's just, and rock, and it's just a combination of everything, which is like exactly like the sound I've been looking forward to. So getting to see them play live and just to talk about like Dagger's just such an amazing live show. So they have their album out, I believe it's Perversion for Profit, and they, let's see, let me think. So that's in terms of, I'm trying to think, like a new, so for a new rock band, I've been listening to them and getting inspired by them for sure. Let me think. I also really love Jossie. He's like a total glam rocker. He's based out of Nashville, but he has like the style and the musicianship down. Like he's an amazing guitarist too, and like he's definitely within that kind of glam field. He's also been playing with like the Alice Cooper band because they've gotten back together to record like a new album. So their past guitarist, Glenn Buxton, he sadly passed away, I think it was the 90s. So he's been kind of filling in for like Glenn's parts, along with the original like Alice Cooper band. But even I've been listening to his like actual like Jossie albums, and I just love the sound. Like it's total like glam, like modern day glam and everything. And I haven't got to see him live yet, but I would love to. I really hope he tours again or is playing when I'm, you know, out in LA or Nashville or anything. As for like the pop realm, of course I've been loving like Chappell Roan. Like I've definitely loved listening to her for like the past few years. I love how like how eccentric she is. And I kind of like take inspiration for that too, in terms of like wearing what I want to wear on stage, and just not being afraid to like put your all into a performance. Let's see, who else? I'm trying to think. I also love like discovering like older artists who like I've never heard before. Like probably my most streamed album so far this year has been the album Bad Girl by Cherry Vanilla. And of course there's a Bowie connection because she used to work for Main Man, which was his like management company. But she made this like really awesome, like sort of punk, sort of new wave album, and I believe it was like 76 or 77. So I've been really listening to her stuff, and she's just so like in your face and out there and just like unapologetically herself. So I really love getting to listen to her past discography. So that's kind of some people I've been listening to a lot lately. But I feel like there has just been like a lot of great music, whether it be in the pop realm or the rock realm or the goth realm. So there's a lot to be inspired by. So.
Oh, thank you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Well, because you said about well, you're young. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, but I never seen Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Right? Or I never seen Queen. Because I was young.
Yeah.
Really young.
Yeah.
But I think the tribute bands right now are necessary. And before I talked with Chris Wilde, I don't know if you meet him. He's the guitarist for Blizzard of Oz, the tribute band for Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, then I don't know. Let's see. I'm bad with like names. I'm good with faces. So I probably like am familiar.
Well,
yeah.
I the last episode.
Okay.
Well, it's not released.
Okay,
right
gotcha.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last interview was with him. Yeah, and he's on 5 tribute bands.
Yeah.
Ironic, Blizzard of Oz, the Ava tribute. Well.
Yeah.
I start to think the tribute bands are necessary, and it's something like the classical music. The people are involved on the classical music, the really fancy music ever.
Yeah.
Well, nobody listen Mozart playing the piano, right? But the tribute bands keeping their music alive, right? What do you think about that? Well, you are on one of those, and some people say no, it's not correct to have a tribute band, but the classical music, it's alive. It's still alive. It's not just academy music.
Yeah.
It's some people connect with that kind of music and they want to listen that kind of music. But Mozart is not alive. Beethoven, Vivaldi, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think maybe people take tribute bands like too seriously in a way, because to me, like, they're just so fun to be in and watch, you know? Like what my bandmate Mario says is tribute band is cosplay for musicians. And that's what I feel like. It's, you know, to me, it's so fun getting to learn other people's songs and getting to, whether you're a tribute band who like dresses up like them or whether you just perform the music. I feel like it's just fun. Plus you're playing, you're making money, you're meeting new people, you're getting fans for your original project. So I think it's just such like it's just like fun. It's such an amazing way to meet like-minded people. And especially if you have an original project. Like if you have a band that sounds similar to, like, let's say like Metallica, and you're in a Metallica tribute, you're getting like an instant fan base for your project. If you meet all the people sing your tribute band, you can now bring them over to your original project. Yeah. And I think it's just like such a great way to, if you don't have like an original band, like if you don't have a gig that weekend, you have a tribute band gig. You get to make, I mean, they make more money too. Not that money is like the biggest thing, but you know, you have to have money to, you know, rehearsal space and buy gear and everything. And help with marketing for your original band. So I just think some people like kind of take it too seriously in the way of like, oh, you shouldn't be, you're just playing someone else's music and stuff. Like, I think it's not like that serious, or like, but I feel like opposite too, some tribute bands take themselves too seriously. So I think, you don't want to like think you are that band. I think some people can take it too far. Like we had, this is kind of a funny thing, at our David Bowie band, the TikTok page, we had like a Blues Brothers tribute band being like, you're not a real tribute band because you don't dress just like David Bowie. I'm like, it's a lot easier to dress like the Blues Brothers than it is David Bowie every show. Anyone could get a fedora and glasses, No offense to the Blues Brothers, but it's just like, don't take yourself too seriously. But I think if you're on the other side too and you say like all tribute bands suck, I just think it's not that serious. It's just fun. It's cosplay for musicians, I think it's nice to play other people's songs. It's nice to go and hear songs you already know, but it's also great to support original music. So I think there's like a happy middle ground when it comes to tribute bands.
Yeah.
So.
And the very first time you grab a guitar, you play someone else's
song. Yeah.
Yeah. And
so
it's another step.
Yeah.
I think the music, it's not about something really radical, right? You need to connect. Some people are really creative to create new music or paint or whatever, or write lyrics, but some people are really good on performance for somebody else's music, right? Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. And we have a world with a lot of hate. And why you spend time, if you don't like tribute bands, just don't go.
Yeah, people are so bold online to like comment rude stuff. It's just like,
or say trash for different kind of genres. When I were young, I said, oh, not reggaeton, just heavy metal. But right now, well, when I were in the college, I opened my mind about the music and all the kind of music. I don't like reggaeton, but I study with some people who made reggaeton. And they show me how they create their music. Oh, you are awesome, guys. I don't like your music, but you are so cool. And on the rock, I said, oh, I don't like this band or this band or this band, but they are good. Or they are not good, but I don't care. I don't listen to that. And
I feel like that's like a big kind of step in terms of being a musician, is when you learn to appreciate other genres that may not be your thing. And I feel like a lot of musicians who are still not necessarily stuck in the past, but people who just can't respect other genres, to me, it's just kind of crazy. Especially, I mean, you'll have like a lot of like older guitarists be like, I don't like rap music and stuff. And I just feel like that's the same, like song and dance. I feel like you can respect a genre and understand that it may not be for you, but you can still respect like the performers within the genre, I think being able to be open to listening, if even if you don't play that genre of music, at least listening to different genres of music. I mean, I feel like it makes you a better performer in your own genre, getting to hear other people's takes within different subgenres, sub-genres of music, and see like what everyone's creating, So I feel like it is, I feel like that shows I don't want to say like growth as a musician, but I mean, being able to appreciate like different genres of music, like you were saying, like reggaeton and everything, like even if it's not your main genre, to understand how that genre works, especially like from the inside, creating the music, and then being able to like respect that, I feel like a lot of people can learn to be more respectful these days. So yeah.
Thank you, Maddie. Well, before end, how you balance the music, your job?
Yeah.
And your college?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You are doing a lot.
Yeah, it's been like super tough balancing everything lately. Like sadly I feel like I haven't had as much time to like practice guitar lately, which like I really do hate because it's just been a lot of school right now. Because I am doing the MBA program. I'm doing an internship at the New Texas Symphony Orchestra, so that's been really great. See, that's another example of like learning about another genre of music with classical. Has just been like completely eye-opening in terms of like marketing for a different genre of music, but also like learning so much about the genre. Like they just played Gustav Holst's like The Planets, and I learned that the song Mars, like that directly inspired like Black Sabbath to make their song Black Sabbath. Cool. I learned, and like it's so cool to see like the convergence of classical inspiring rock and rock inspiring, pop or in everything connecting, Back to the question though. Yeah, I've just been like, I think, like, honestly, I feel like this might sound bad, but I feel like I haven't been balancing everything that well. Like, it's honestly been, like, such a challenge because I'm a person that tends to get, like, stressed out, like, really easily. So I think on the weeks that I really do get myself together is, like everyone says, like, having a schedule or, like, I need to get this done by this day. Like, when our song came out last week, I was like, okay, we need to, like, film a video. I need to edit it and have it up. And it was a lot of making sure like the master was correct, getting that distributed with CD Baby. Like a lot of that I was doing for the first time because with my last original band, I wasn't the one doing all the distribution, registering with ASCAP and everything. So that was a lot of like the behind the scenes work. And it was just like, I kind of have to get it done though. So I guess like having the schedule has been a thing that's really helped me. I guess one of my biggest challenges is, like, sometimes I feel like I do kind of plateau with my playing, and a lot of times I've only been practicing when I have a show, and I really kind of hate that, just because I have been, like, so busy. So I think it's, like, finding, like, more motivations to play just besides, like, I have a show coming up. Like, just wanting to, like, I'm just gonna practice my scales today just because I want to, And I guess just, like, making sure you have, like, a certain amount of time set. My schedule has just gone through, like, so many changes in terms of, like, work that I was doing and, like, now with school and everything. So it has been, like, a lot. And this semester I'm taking, like, equivalent of, like, 4 classes. So the summer, at least, I know I'll have at least some sort of a time to breathe. And I should be probably graduating by the fall. So... and then it's like I'm going to have a new schedule and when I find like a new job and everything. So I think just not worrying about the future, I definitely have trouble with that. I have a lot of like anxiety when it comes to the future, but I think just taking a break, relaxing and like making everything like enjoyable. Like don't think of doing my homework as like, oh, I have to get this done. Think like, oh, how much am I learning about like music marketing or music production? And like when I'm practicing, don't think, oh, I have to practice, because I have like a deadline, but just like I want to be learning and growing like in my playing. So I'm still working on that myself, but I'm trying my best to handle everything. So
thank you so much, Maddie. Yeah, you are doing a really good job.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Maddie, where the people can contact you for a gig, for your bands, for your tribute bands or your own project?
Yeah, honestly, like the best would probably just be like my original band email, which is like bedlambatsband@gmail.com. So it's like BEDLAMBATS band@gmail.com. I do like everyone can like follow me on social media. I'm like Maddie_Fritz_. I will say sometimes with social media messages I can get like kind of overloaded. I'm such like, I mean, everyone I feel like has to have social media, but sometimes I get like overloaded in terms of replying and everything. I'm such like a face-to-face kind of person, but they can definitely like email me, follow me on like the social platforms, and I'm hoping to be like posting more on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, but I'm like Maddie underscore sin, SIN underscore. I was like Madison, which is like my real name technically. I go by both though, Maddie or Madison. So yeah, like feel free to reach out in terms of wanting to book the tribute bands. We're definitely open to dates. And then for the original band, we're hoping to be playing live shows by the end of the year, but also our single Flatline is streaming literally everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud even, YouTube. And we're going to be posting like a lot more content. So all of our social media pages are just Bedlam Bats. We're going to be like definitely ramping up the social content and definitely getting the music out as quickly as possible. So if you're into like goth music or dark wave or synth pop, you'll definitely love Bedlam Bats. So we don't want to just be like another dark wave band. We want to have like kind of a lot of different styles of that kind of like atmospheric kind of music, but still like with rock and a lot of guitar in it too. So yeah, follow us and keep up with the journey. So
thank you, Maddie.
Absolutely.
Well, Maddie, thank you so much for accepting this invitation to Guitar Memories. I really enjoyed your story.
Thank you.
Your journey, your passion. You talk with passion.
Thank you so much.
Before the interview, you was shy, but
I know. Usually, I told you that caffeine started to hit. So.
No, it's really cool. I really enjoyed. You are a lovely person.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting to talk with you too.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed this interview.
Yes. Yeah, it was so fun.
And thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
I hope to see you soon.
Yes.
With your tribute bands or with your own project.
Yes, yeah, we're hoping to be playing a lot more coming up, so yeah.
Well, thank you guys to being here with Maddie Fritz. And I see you on the next episode with another amazing guitarist. I'm Julio Diaz, Maddie Fritz. Remember to subscribe, thumb up, and leave the comment. Keep playing.
See ya.
Maddie, thank you.